Hello students, today we are going to discuss one more novel 1984 that is written in the figure 1984 or in the words 1984. Interesting fact is this that this novel was completed in 1948 and the title is given just opposite 1984 because that's a future assumption which is done by George Orwell, the author. And one more interesting fact is that George Orwell was born in Bihar, that is Motihari Champaran. However, he was just 1 year old and then he shifted to Britain, but this is also the fact. Now, this novel was published in 1949, 1948 it was completed, in 1949 it was released, and this novel is dystopian novel. And I told you that novel is very important, and then there are two concepts are there we have to know. That's a dystopian novel. So dystopian novel is that when society is what we can say that the condition of human life are extremely bad, as from deprivation or opposition or terror, right? So condition, everything is bad in society. We can say that a dystopian society is characterized by human misery in the form of squalor, oppression, disease, overcrowding, environmental destruction or war. So what I can say, if I simplify, dystopia or dystopian means something, everything is bad, right? And then there is chaos, there is incoherence, there is fear, and all kind of bad things are there, and that is why such society or such idea is called dystopian. And just opposite of dystopian is utopian, right? What is utopian? Utopian means that's a actually Greek word, and utopian is the considered as ideally perfect place, especially in its social, political, moral aspects, right? So then okay, I'm simplifying that utopian is everything is bad in society, nothing is good. And just opposite utopian, everything perfect society, everything is fine in all respect, that is called utopian. So that is important. Now setting of the novel is London. I told you that action, time and place, very important. Action, time and place, right? So places, this is being done in London. So that is introduction, that's a starting. Now come to author. And then one thing, George Orwell was the pen name of the author. Original name was Eric Arthur Blair, right? Eric Arthur Blair. Those who are giving competitive exam, just keep in mind, it's very important. That is Eric Arthur Blair was born in 25th June 1903 and died in 21st January 1950. And he was an English novelist, poet, essayist, journalist and critic, right? And his works are characterized by lucid is clear prose, social criticism, opposition to totalitarianism, total power in one hand, and support of democratic socialism. And he was the supporter of democratic socialism. So that is there, right? Okay. Now George Orwell was, as I told you, that he was born in Motihari Champaran, Bihar, and he died in London. And he was essayist, critic and novelist. And his one more work which is equally important with that is Animal Farm. He is known for Animal Farm. That was also very important novel, political novel. So that is there. And 1984 is the novel which is profound anti-utopian novel that examines the dangers of totalitarian rule. Abhi, right now, that's a situation where we can say that totalitarian, it's all total power is in one hand, is called totalitarian. These are the some other works are given here, but yes, I am not going to read it. If you wish to read, and it's my suggestion, when you when you take attempts 1984 or any work of the author. So that's in the, don't jump directly into the answer in the beginning. You should give some important works of the author and basic introduction of the author. That's why I have written here, and you can read it, right? Now moving to, that's a concept, that is totalitarian total, right? Totalitarian is a system of government in which there is only one political party that has absolute power and control over the people. Absolute power means people are being handled by the one party, so that is called totalitarian, right? So this novel is based on totalitarian. Now storyline. A storyline is very important for every novel, everything, every book, right? So that is the sub important line is, big brother is watching you. Big brother is CCTV or surveillance. That's we all under CCTV right now also, that there is no private life, no privacy is left in our life, everything is being watched, we are under CCTV camera. So once upon a time author assumed that this is going to be done, so we are going to see now a plot. If we see that, so basic what George Orwell had George Orwell has divided the society into three nations. One is Oceania, second one is East Asia, and third one is Eurasia. Oceania is made up of several modern day countries including England, America, South Africa, Australia and other British Isles. These come, this is just imaginary, but this author has divided society into three nations actually. And then Oceania, under Oceania these nations, these countries come. Then East Asia, China, Cambodia, Laos, and then Eurasia, Europe, Russia, Middle Asia and Central Asia and India. So this way author has divided countries into different nations. So that is the basic structure of the novel. Please take care. That's why I have written this way. Now war is a part of life like breathing, right? This was the thinking which was spreaded in the amongst the common people, that every now and then you have to be ready for war, because for survival war is very important, it's a part of life. So war is life, we can say that. And then ingsoc. Ingsoc is the concept, the party's political philosophy is known as ingsoc or English. Ing is for English, soc is socialism, but the idea changes regularly to give party more control, right? So that's a more and more control, and that is the what we can say, that English socialism, right? And then that idea, that means you have to see, you have to think, you have to adopt that language what we speak, right? So you have to think which direction what we will tell you, something like that, right? Okay, ministry. Now ministry there are in this novel there are four ministry. That's a political novel, you know. So that then there are four ministry: ministry of war, ministry of truth, ministry of love and ministry of plenty, right? So ministry of truth, in which hero of the book, hero of the novel, he works, right? So we are going to see, and what he says, that no space for truth verification, scientific inventions or progress, no existence. You don't have any kind of existence. What they will see, they will show you. Have to think. That's if they sing 2 and 2 4 or 2 or 2 5, then accordingly you have to say yes. So that is all four ministry which are found in this novel, and then that you cannot make any kind of argue or something, because there is no space for truth verification or scientific invention or something, right? Now key terms you have to keep in mind when you do when you try to understand the story of this novel. So that's a newspeak. What is newspeak? A simplified version of English. They have just simplified the English version. English, normally we speak English, so that is simplified by the party, we can say, which is designed to limit free thought. You cannot think out of the box, that is limit free thought and promote the party's doctrines. Means what they have set of principle they have decided, you have to think and you have to say yes, that is there. So that term newspeak we have to remember. That's a simple version of English. That's a language, news speak, right? So you have to speak newspeak, right? And then that's a thought crimes. Thought, if you speak, if you think away from the given standard, if you think away, then it's a crime. So thought, even you cannot think away, right? That is thought crimes. Then brotherhood, a group of dissenters, that is also we are going to discuss when we discuss the novel. Then double think, believe in contradictory ideas simultaneously, means 2 plus 2 4 or maybe 5, according to, if they say 2 plus 2, you would say 4. If it suits them, they will say okay, 2 plus 2 4. But sometime 2 plus 2 may be 5. So you have to accept without what they will tell, you have to accept it, right? Then party slogan, these are also very important when we discuss the novel, so that you just keep in mind. That's a very contradictory slogans. War is peace, right? If you do war, you will be in peace. Freedom is slavery. So that's a, if you are slaved, that is your freedom, and ignorance is strength. So that is your strength is your ignorance, right? This way these all key terms will be very useful. So then read it again, try to understand, and then we are going to discuss the story, right? Now characters are very important. Not much characters, number of minor characters are also there, but I haven't written here. You just have to keep in mind the major characters. So major characters are Winston Smith. He is the male protagonist of the novel, and he is just 39-year old man living in Oceania, member of outer party. There are outer party and inner party, so, and common people. Actually parties are also please keep in mind that parties are also divided, like one is outer party, one is inner party. Means inner party knows for all secrets. So one or 1.5 around people, 1 or 2 lakh people are under inner party. Outer party, we can say that 12-30 lakhs people are in outer party, and rest of the people come in common party, common people, right? So that's human beings are categorized into 3. I haven't written here, but yes, please take note that common human being are divided into, all human beings are divided into 3 part. Like local people, London people, they have divided into 3 categories: inner party, outer party, and that's a common people. So inner party, that's a very grave secrets, and also 1.21 to 2 lakh people, they are in inner party, and then 12 to 15 lakh people, just that is given in the novel, they are in outer party. And then uh, common people, rest of the people are common people. So okay, now Winston Smith is the male protagonist. He is the hero of the novel, and he works in the Ministry of Truth, and then correcting the errors, correcting the past even, right? So he correcting the past and errors. So this is also important, that whatever the past, he changes frequently, he changes, right? Now that's the Julia is the heroine of female protagonist of the novel, and she is 26 years old, okay? And that is, wait a minute, that is, okay. Now O'Brien is a prominent inner party member. He is also inner party member, O'Brien. And these two, hero and heroine, they are from the outer party member, right? And O'Brien is from inner party member. He is inner party member. And Julia, she is the female protagonist, 26 years old, and who works in fiction department of Ministry of Truth. Dono, both are the author, like male and female protagonists. They work in Ministry of Truth Truth, but yes, the male, the male protagonist है, he works in Winston Smith. He works in he's a male protagonist and he works in Ministry of Truth, and then a female heroine, she also works in Ministry of Truth, and then O'Brien, he works in the Inner Party. Then whom Winston feels a strange bond, and once upon a time he had very good bond with Winston, with the O'Brien. However, we will come to know what kind of bond they had. Right now, Big Brother, Oceania's supreme leader and omnipresent. There's a very big role, key role in the novel, Big Brother. However, he never comes in front of people, but then we just we are very much familiar with this name, that Big Brother is watching you, because everywhere Big Brother is watching us. So that's a Big Brother never came in the novel in front of people. Now Mrs. Parsons and Tom Parsons, right? Mrs. Parsons and Tom Parsons, they are the neighbors, husband wife. Mrs. Parsons is a neighbor of Winston's and wife of Tom Parsons, and Tom Parsons is the co-worker of Winston's, right? So these are the major characters. Now I'm going to read the novel, then we will conclude the novel. So first here I'm going to read, and then we are going to discuss it, right? So very brief novel I am going to read, just listen. The book is in set in 1984, which is in Oceania, one of the three perpetually warring totalitarian states. Totalitarian states, I told you that when the things are in one party's hand, everything control is done by one party, so that is called totalitarian. So then there are three totalitarian states: Oceania, Eurasia and East Asia, right? Oceania is governed by all controlling party which has brainwashed the population into unthinking obedience to its leader, Big Brother, right? They are obedient, and they say that don't think away from suggested norms. We should think according to party. The party has created a propagandistic language known as newspeak, right? So party has created one language which is known as newspeak, and which is designed to limit free thought and promote party's doctrine. We had already discussed. Its words include double think, that is we have to think sometime what they speak, we have to think accordingly, right? And which is reflected party slogan: war is peace, freedom is slavery, ignorance is strength. The party maintains control through the thought police and continual surveillance. Means in this novel, there is direct like surveillance, and we cannot move, we cannot think, we cannot even each and every expression of our facial expressions are being noticed by the government. So then there is no private life, right? Now the hero of the book is Winston Smith, is a minor party. Here I am going to speak about the in a very short story, that is Winston Smith is a minor party functionary living in a London. So Winston Smith is a hero. He lives in a London that is still shattered by a nuclear war that took place not long after World War II. Means London has faced World War II recently, and then story starts soon after the World War II. He belongs to the outer party. Winston Smith belongs to the outer party, and his job is to rewrite history in the ministry of truth. Rewrite history means whatever the history is there, though he has to change, and what suits in modern time, in current time, he has to rewrite the history. That's a job which is done by Winston Smith, the hero of the novel, right? Bringing it in line with current political thinking means what current political thinking, what current time, accordingly he has to change the history. However, Winston's longing for truth and decency leads him to secretly rebel against the government. And Winston is not in favor of government, and secretly he is very much against the government. And he embarks on forbidden affair with Julia. There is no freedom of love affair. There is no freedom of sexual pleasures, physical pleasure and all. But then he embarks, and that's a forbidden affair with Julia, a like-minded woman. And she's just she thinks like Winston's. And one more thing, let me tell you here that Winston is already married with Catherine, and they are separated, Catherine and Winston. Why? Because Catherine is the staunch follower of the government, and she never takes pleasure in physical relationship with Winston, and she thinks that sex is only for production, and that's why they had no compatibility, and one day they are separated now. So when he meets Julia, and then they have affair, and they rent a room in a neighborhood populated by proles or proletarians, and then they take one rented room, and they used to meet there. Winston also becomes increasingly interested in the Brotherhood, a group of dissenters. I told you, I have written here also. So that's a Winston becomes like he is interested to meet Brotherhood. That's a group of dissenters, so he used to meet. And then known as to Winston and Julia. However, they are being watched closely. Ubiquitous posters throughout the city warn residents that Big Brother is watching you. And then every distance there is the board that Big Brother is watching you, Big Brother, and it's a long mustache and one face. And however, Big Brother has never come in front of us, but then he is watching you, and that's why the warning is given everywhere. But then they take risk, and Julia and Winston, they meet in a rented room. Now when Winston is approached by O'Brien, an official of inner party, Winston belongs to outer party, and this O'Brien, he belongs to inner party, so who appears to be secret member of Brotherhood, and Brotherhood was against the government. So that what Winston supposes that O'Brien is the secret member of Brotherhood. The trap is set. O'Brien is actually, but he was not this like this. O'Brien is actually a spy for the party. He was the spy for the party, on the lookout for thought criminals. If you think different, means it's a crime. So he was the spy of thought criminals, and Winston and Julia are eventually caught and sent to Ministry of Love. Though it is known as Ministry of Love, but that was the Ministry of Torture, Ministry of Hate. And who supports and who actually deceives Winston and Julia? O'Brien. Winston supposes that O'Brien is also in favor of Brotherhood, and Brotherhood is the party, that's a group of dissenters who do not like government's policies. So that's why he used to share his feelings and affair, love affair, relationship with Julia. And then Winston supposes that O'Brien is his favor and they all are like minded, but he was a spy. And then because of his what we can say that he ditches, and because of his support, government is able to reach Winston and Julia, and they are caught and they are sent to Ministry of Love. That is that is not Ministry of Love, that is Ministry of Torture. So they are sent to Ministry of Torture for a violent reeducation and the ensuing imprisonment, torture, right? And then they are tortured like anything, and they are imprisoned. And then Winston are intended not merely to break him physically, and then he is tortured not physically but mentally, and then make him submit, but to root out his independence and destroy his dignity and humanity. The Ministry of Love crosses the limit, and they torture Winston and Julia, especially Winston, like anything. And physically he's tortured, mentally he's tortured like anything. And then in room number 101, where prisoners are forced to submission by exposure to their worst nightmares, and so that whatever, suppose if they fear from water, so then they will be taken to the deep ocean or something, a deep well or something. So that's a whatever their like they are exposed, criminals are exposed to their worst nightmares, in which they fear deliberately. They have to face the same situation. In case of Winston panics as the cage of rats is attacked to his head. And then Winston he fears from rats, so deliberately number of rats are left in his head, and he's tortured like anything. And they eat Winston's eyes and skin and hair. And rats torture rats sorry rats what we can say that damage Winston's head. And then he yells out for his tormentors to, and then he has to speak. He says that do it to Julia, whom he used to love a lot. And then one day he just spoke that do it to Julia, and states that he does not care what happens to her. And he cries, he yells like anything, and he says that it's not for me, do it too for Julia. And with this betrayal, Winston is released, and the moment he starts hating Julia, and he is released. He is tortured, physically tortured, mental shattered. When he mentally shattered, and he is released. And he later encounters Julia, and neither is interested in the others, and he meets normally, very normally with Julia, no feelings. Instead, Winston loves Big Brother, and at last Winston start loving Big Brother. So that's a tragedy, and this way story ends. And I'm repeating, I recapitulate the story. That's finally Winston is the very loving and very, what we can say that fun loving and in happy go lucky kind of fellow. But then he struggles with the government. However, he works for the government, but he is very against of the policies. But then finally he has to surrender because he loves Julia, and he's tortured by the Ministry of Love, and then O'Brien deceives Winston, and then finally he submits, and then he submits himself, and then he surrenders himself, and he starts loving Big Brother. So this is the tragedy, and story ends here. Conclusion is that in the end of 1984, Winston Smith has become a model citizen, and he's a model citizen now. Why? Because blindly and mutely he is facing, he is for living his life. He starts living his life, and he and his lover Julia were captured by the thought police. Thought police is the separate department, and if you think in a different way, you will be caught and tortured by O'Brien, whom he supposed that O'Brien is his good friend, but then he deceives Winston until they broke and conformed to the society, and then they follow the society's norms. Every day he frequents the same cafe where he drinks gin until he goes home and passes out, and this way he his days are going on. So that's a this is the uh, this is the life, and now he is in favor of government, right? And then message is that the primary theme of 1984 by George Orwell is to warn readers of dangers of totalitarianism. Means if power comes in one hand, then it is being misused, right? The central focus of the book is to convey the extreme level of control and power possible under a truly totalitarian regime. What? The central focus of the book is to convey the extreme level of control and power possible under a truly totalitarian regime. If power comes in one hand, that's a not good sign for society, because they misuse their power. This is the main message of the novel. So here I am winding up, and I am making another video, that is Hindi summary. Thank you. God bless you. I would like to listen you. Please leave your comment on comment box. Thank you so much. God bless you.